Hello, dear students. Welcome, everybody. In today's class, we are going to learn another interesting lesson. That's come under unit, let's say, chapter 4, gender roles. Under the gender roles, we have discussed many lessons, that is, article and essays. Especially in gender roles, we have discussed about the role of male and female, especially sex roles are there, how the sex roles are determined, and how male and female's role are different culturally and let's say biologically, naturally. In our previous class, we discussed uh, accordingly under the chapter gender roles. Now, being based on the gender roles, today's lesson is the androgynous male. Here, the androgynous male uh, signifies the concept of gender roles, especially the androgynous male shows there is no specific gender, either male or female. The title signifies the role of male and female. No specific gender is there. If we think about traditional, then traditional thinking that is male and female here. But this androgynous shows that androgynous means no specific gender there. Either it has the characteristic of male or characteristic of female. It describe this. This the endogenous male. This is a personal essay. It was written by Noel Perrin, a professor of English at Dartmouth College. He expressed his own experience as an androgynous person there. So in this essay, we see that the in this essay, Perrin describes own characteristics and stated that there are a large number of women and men who are androgynous, and this frees them the restriction of traditional gender roles. This essay, one Noel Perrin, the writer, describe own characteristics of being an androgynous person. This essay often leads to debate about the advantage and disadvantage of being male and female. Here, the writer talks about the androgynous characteristics, means no specific community of male and female. If we think about the restriction of traditional gender roles, that is a male and female, but androgynous shows no specific gender roles. This concept has been discussed by Noel Perrin. The writer describes his own experience, own characteristics. Let's say this is an autobiographical essay as well. The writer expresses his own characteristic in this essay. Now, being based on it, we will discuss about this. Here, the writer describes his self-image in terms of how he does not meet traditional sex role expectation for men in society. He remembered his childhood. He was trying to suppress and replace his emotions and pretended to be strong and masculine. Masculine means male's role. The writer here, the writer describes his own self-image in terms of how he doesn't meet the traditional sex role, how he doesn't meet the uh, characteristics of particular male or characteristics of particular female. So it is different from that, no specific gender rule. The writer described the images of his own. As he grows up, he felt confident about himself. Instead of feeling inferior, he experienced a lot of benefits and freedoms for being spiritually and androgynous. Spiritually being an androgynous person, the writer felt that he felt confident too, and he felt there will be different types of assessed, let's say, benefits and freedoms for being spiritually androgynous. The writer is saying here. Here, the androgynous man is ultimately about how Noel Perrin explains and give examples about androgynous male, whom are of both spiritual and physical interest of the androgynous male is describing in this essay. Uh, an androgynous man is knowledgeable, according to the writer. An androgynous man is knowledgeable, honorable, and respectful of all the things that shape his life. So here, being androgynous is not bad. Being androgynous is not a suitable thing, but here being indigenous man is because indigenous man is always knowledgeable and honorable and respectful all the things that shape his life. There are many benefits of being androgynous male or androgynous person. Here, the writer has discussed his idea about the androgynous male in this personal essay. Now let's discuss something point from this summary. The androgynous male is an interesting personal essay written by Noel Perrin, a professor of English at Dartmouth College. In this essay, Perrin described on characteristics and stated that there are large number of women and men who are androgynous, and this frees them the restriction of traditional gender roles. This essay often leads to debate about the advantage and disadvantage of being male and female. Here, the writer has discussed about different types of advantage and disadvantage of being male and female here, especially in the considered androgynous male. According to the essay, the androgynous male, the writer describes his self-image in terms of how he does not meet traditional sex role expectation for men in society. He remembered his childhood. He was trying to suppress and repress his own emotions and pretended to be strong and masculine. As he grows up, he felt confident about himself. Instead of in feeling inferior, he explains a lot of benefits and freedoms for being a spiritually androgynous, and he feels that sad that many of us never discovered that there is a range of choices open for us. There are a large number of men living in the world who are too busy copying the he-men, that is he-men characteristics. Those men fail to find out men and women come in a wide variety of acceptable types. Perrin gave two reasons for this frantic limitation, frantic imitation. First, he believes those men are just envious of the women's unconscious age. The other reason is that those men are in the fear of finding that there may be something wrong with them deep down. To avoid drawing surprise and even suspicious reaction from others, they spend their lives acting out the role that he man naturally lives. Here, the writer has put forward this idea. Here, parents believes that there is no solid line between macho and feminism. Androgynous to the writer is the ability to feel comfort and joy in doing things that are traditionally the domain of themselves. We seek to imitate others. Here, the writer is saying this: if we always follow all the rules of what we should be, then our psychological condition may be under the great pressure. Here, the writer is saying this idea in this essay, the androgynous male. Let's see that. We should see the occasional weakness as a kind of fulfillment. The fact that we keep struggling to repress inner feelings will lessen our ability. Lessen means weaken our ability to know, honor, and respect ourselves. Actually, an androgynous male is knowledgeable, honorable, and respectful, all the things that shape his life. Here, Perrin, the writer, described his reaction to a magazine quiz, which indicated that he was barely masculine. Here, I think Perrin might describe the androgynous male female as the one who drives the bus or being a taxi driver. They go out to work but not bear the responsibility of child care and household chores. They can act more independent if the situation calls for independence, and they might have great ambitions towards their career. Also, thinking logically will be another factor to make them be considered as androgynous females. The writer has put forward this idea in this essay. In this here, parents' strength in writing this summary is not having grammatical errors. Use as a good formal English writing skill, and the text in an biographic were accurate. His weakness was making a simple mistake, adding my interpretation. Thus, express to us that fellow androgynes are not bad but nice. So, being androgynous person is not a bad one, but they have very types of. There are different types of advantage of being that person. So in this way, here androgynous male Noel Perrin has described own characteristics of being androgynous person. So androgynous shows no specific gender role. That is that is far from the traditional gender restriction of traditional gender roles. Here, Noel Perrin has described his idea in this essay. So then we have one more question here for our examination point of view. Explain whether you agree or disagree with Perrin's views. That is the question. Perrin has Uh, and that is parent has rightly said that parent PERRIN there said that there are a large number of men living in the world who are too busy copying the human. Those men failed to find out men and women come in a wide variety of acceptable types. Perrin gave two reasons for this frantic imitation. Here, the writer has expressed this idea here. You can go through this line. We discuss in the summary as well. So I also agree with parents' view that parents believe that there is no solid line between macho and feminism. Androgynous to the writer is the ability to feel comfort and joy in doing things that are traditionally the domain of opposite gender. Only those who lack confidence in themselves will seek to imitate others. We should see the occasional weakness as a kind of fulfillment. The fact that we keep struggling to replace inner feeling, we listen our ability to know, honor, and respect ourselves. Actually, an androgynous man is knowledgeable, honorable, and respectful, all the things that shape his life. Perrin described his reaction to a magazine quiz, which indicated that he was barely masculine. They can act more independent if the situation calls for independence, and they might have great ambitions toward their career. So, in this way, that is all about this personal essay, The Androgynous Male by Noel Perrin. Students, we are at the end of our class. I hope you got the concept. If you have any confusion regarding this lesson, regarding this course, new direction, reading, writing, and critical thinking, you can put a comment on this video. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this versatile learning network channel. If you subscribe, like, and share, it motivates me to make another video and to go through another class there. I hope to meet you in our next class, next video. Till then, take care. Goodbye.